Hi everyone. I hope my voice is audible and yeah. So I think it's fine. We're live. We'll be discussing on same thing like the we're trying to learn about how this chart thing works with this. Okay, we're using FL chart just for an info, and by now we could build up this, but yeah, we'll look on changing the color and things like that. We have just copied the code from. Let me open up the FL chart. Give me 1 second. Just let me bring everything. Okay, so this is what it was. We need an aspect ratio to say like should it fit the complete screen or not. Like we can change this aspect ratio to 0.5 and the height can be greater than. This is width by height. Okay, aspect ratio is the width by height. So if it's lower, that means the width is getting lower and the height is increasing, right? I think the analyzer is running, that's why we're getting this. And if you see now, the height is getting bigger, right? So we don't want that. We want that it should maintain an aspect ratio of same. That is based on the width and height should be same, right? If you see this, the aspect ratio is express the ratio of width to height, right? For example, a 16:9 width height aspect ratio would have value of 16/9. Then we have a stack, and in the stack we have a main chart. What happens if we don't use stack itself? How will the things change? Let's start experimenting it so that we know how it works. Okay, let's remove the complete body for now. Body and just put the bar chart. Let's save this. Okay, if you don't use anything, just use the bar chart, you'll fill up the whole space. That is good. And let's wrap this in a column. Okay, we'll try to bring it closer to what we want, and this should be in a size box of height. Let's see what's the size, and here we'll do final size equals to media query, the size of context. Okay, and here we'll do size at height and just give it a 50%. Okay, so two charts appear in one screen, something like that. Okay, that's good. And here we'll just wrap this with the aspect ratio of 1. Okay, aspect ratio of 1. And seems like it takes up the upper limit also. That means we need to put this in a scaffold, needs to be in the safe area, right? Safe area, and that's it we get. But still it crosses the line if you see, right? So how is it working? If you see this, can't it maintain the, I mean, 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 can't it maintain the, I mean 1 second. So if I remove this and put a width of full, right, it's size dot width, this one, right? But now if you see, the text is not visible here, right? So how does it work then? Let's see what is bar chart implementation. Renders a bar chart as a widget using provider bar chart data, implicitly animated widget, and image how the bar chart should look like. When you make a change in the bar chart, it updates new values with animation. Duration is okay. What does it implement? Axis chart scaffold widget. What is that? So scaffold to show an axis based chart. It contains some placeholder to represent the axis, but it's something like the below graph. Okay. Left or right bottom and some placeholders to show titles provided around the chart. Chart is a centered placeholder to show a raw chart. Stack widget, container child. Okay. So it uses layout builder and everything is on stack. But if you say whatever height you give, it will go beyond it also, right? If you see here, the text is appearing here, that is on the outside of safe area. And here, like when they did the example that is there, here what they do is they put a stack. One second. So this sized box, what if you put under a padding of 16? Now still this goes top of it, right? Like how is this working? Internally it says it's part of stack. So stack widget constant. What will be the constant of it? What if it does not use this constant at all, right? So, and here bar chart lift, and what will this do? Low level bar chart widget, coverage ignore start render bar chart. I really don't get that, like so how the example is working is it provides an aspect ratio of 1, then it has stack, and then it is expanded to get its to use all of the height and width. That is correct. So here. If you remove this padding, if you use a size box of height of 38, is this a magic number? No, it isn't. So how is it working then? Remove this, put this under expanded. Like this anyhow crosses the bound of what it is provided with, right? That is interesting. Okay, let's take some help from AI. So let me share that part of screen. Okay. Give me a second. You can see Copilot, I guess, right? So I asked the question, since it gives a positive answer that it knows about Excel chart. So let's ask the question. So I have not used Copilot, okay? I just use it. I'm just trying to use it because it comes on default. I don't want to open a new browser or something. So when it goes out of the size box of its parent size box, like I have a size box of height and width 500, but when I make a bar chart, a child of it goes beyond the dimension. Let's see if it understood what I meant. It sounds like you're encountering this issue when a bar chart is not respecting the dimension of student size. It can happen if the chart this can happen if the chart's content is not properly consistent within the parent widget. Here is a position. If the bar chart is continuous, so the bar chart is wrapped in a continuous with a dimension. Is aspect ratio. If the chart needs to be maintained a specific aspect ratio, you can use the aspect ratio which is skills correctly within the size box. Sometimes the issue might be related to the configuration of bar chart installation. If the above method doesn't work, you can try wrapping the bar chart in a fitted box or clip to ensure it's within the bound. using bar chart from the Apple chart package. Got it. Since it says since you're using the bar chart from Apple chart package, let's focus on ensuring it fits within. Here's an example how you can constrain the bar chart within a sized box. So it says put a center sized box bar chart. The bar chart is represented with the height and width of the bar chart data, which is configured so the chart is within the given bar. Okay, there is something called bar chart data. Where is it? This one. Understand their concern. That's example I provided you to show a basic setup of the padding, tiles and labels. So sometimes the tiles and labels can cause the chart to exceed this bound. You can adjust tiles data to fit better. Okay, adjust reserve size, that is 22. 28. If the chart still overflows, you can use clip wrap to ensure less within the bound. Okay, let's try out some things that I got idea of. Like first is this should have a reserve size, right? Let's see what our reserve size is. We have a reserve size 38. I think this was that magic number, right? But that did not work out for us. If you see this one, this did not work out, and so give me a second. Oh, 72 seems to be that thing. But still, let's see some more things like first is the reserve size, okay, 38. These are for the side tiles, but side tiles is it's matching, right? Okay, the font size, So when we use a number, like how far is this gap, right? Let's say on this gap, like what is this gap that is between this bar chart and the number, right? See bottom tiles, this is not the one. What we want is the top thing, right? So this is the number, right? So make group data here. Here is the y. And this tooltip is what is showing this data. So let's see what this tooltip does. This is the tooltip, and how does this fit in? Like, is there a default padding to it? I think can we see it like this? I haven't used the inspector, so I really don't have that much of idea. How do you open this in the web? So we want bar chart, this one. This is not correct actually. There should be somewhere the link to get it. I think when we start we get the link. Yeah, this one. Is this the dev tool? I don't know. Let me check once. No. So how do you get the dev tool? 1 second. So here, this is Visual Inspector. One second. Let me find out how I can. This is a dev tool. Let me show you the thing. 1 second, give me a second. You can see it, right? Yeah, I think now you can see. Let's see if we can This is the guideline. How do you know what is there between these two? So if you see this, this one bar chart. I just want to know, like, what's the gap between these numbers and this chart, right? There is a gap, right? Once I get this gap, I'll have some idea actually. This is a bar chart. I don't think there is a way. So what I can say from this is, first is whatever you give this height and width, right? One second. Okay, something is wrong, it seems. It's out of bound. But why would that be? This is the 50%, right? Container colors. Number of 50. So it seems like this is at 50%. And size box. Let us try out, okay? We're just trying out to see like how is this being maintaining itself, like color start, blue 50. Or else let's just make it blue. So this is at 72 more. Still, if you see, this does not fit in it, right? We have 38 on the 38. So it seems like here we should have the margin and all of this thing. So by default this is 16. Okay. So saying 16 by 16, that is 32, right? This tooltip has a padding of 8, that is 16. Okay, same this tooltip margin is the one that maintains the width between these two. That is good. And horizontal is center, that is correct. Tooltip direction. Horizontal offset is one thing. Let's see what it does. Okay, it goes like interesting. So what is our bar width? This is the width, right? Width is 22. So if you do of 10, that should be fine. It should be in the center itself. Not 10, actually, it should be 8. That is 22. 22 is 11 and will be 16. This one. So, and now what we want this is the how far it can go, right? So this one, if you make inside vertically, that is top, it should try to fit everything inside it. So I'll try to fit in here itself, right? Let me show one more thing, like what is that 32, right? As you said, there is a 32 out of bound also, right? That is a fixed width. It tries to keep extra, right? That extra width. So this is height 76, right? And here let's put a child container, height 32, color start purple. Okay, this will take the complete thing we don't want. This one, this is 32, so it will try to fit in that 32 itself, right? Is that good? Can't say if that is a good thing or not, right? Like, so we have to be sure, like what can be the maximum length of it, like what that number can go, what is the highest extent that number can go if you want to put it like this, right? So I think 64 of 64 should be a good thing. Like 64 is a good height, right? They should have the number, right? Let's see. This is like complete thing. Tooltip margin can go up to -8.0. that is the padding will get gone. Let's put the 0 and padding, tooltip padding as inserts of at inserts start 0, this one, and this is how it will look. Tooltip margin we can have just like 4, so you can a little bit top. Yeah, this is what we can do, and I think that should be a good thing actually. Like 64 should be our, this is the here where we can, what I'm talking about is this one, this reserve size, right? So every axis can keep a reserve size, right? So if you put this to 64, this is the reserve size. So if you put 38, that is how much text can be rendered. So if I put this smaller, right, like 15 or 20, 24, you can see the name coming up, right? So how much is required? 38 seems to be good for the alphabets to be coming up. And in the top also, actually we can do one thing. So titles we can make it false, but get titles reserve size, if we put it to 38, how will that work? Do something like this and show titles. So we can't use the reserve size if there is no title. So if you do this and you do get titles widget, just put a text of empty. So something like this can be done, and instead of 38 we'll just go with 76. Okay, if we do this, then we don't need that extra thing. I think we can follow this process. It doesn't look good, like this is not how it should work, but let's put just a sized box, something like this, right? So this will always keep a reserve size in the top also, so that our text can appear and we don't have to think like will it go out of bound, right? If you see now, we don't need this container as of now. Why can't we remove? Just remove this too. This one, right? Let me save this. So you can get this. It will not go out of bound for this. And if you want another one, let's bring another one. This may get into a pixel error, right? We need to just make this and scrollable. Single child scroll view. Yeah, that's it, right? And just put a sized box of height 16. That's it. you get the things. And here also, right, the days, if you see, this is taking too less of a space, so the reserve size can go a little bit higher. So what we'll do is on the bottom reserve size, right, this also we can just make it 76. Okay, not this 38 is good, but the days, this one, the text, axis name size 24. Yeah, this one. Okay, this is but this will again cross this thing, right? It will cost 24. 16, we have added 8 more, right? So 8 will be here, then this will go to 46. 46 will balance out everything. Don't need that actually. My page was getting scrolled. I think that was the reason. Okay, this one, right? This looks good. And what if we add a site padding? Will this spoil our game? This is the complete width, right? And this column, if this undergoes a padding, it's a padding. Yeah, something like this is good actually. This is how charts should look, right? Okay, we have some basic understanding how it works. So let's start removing things and just make it simple. And if we want it, we'll just make it complicated later on. Okay. First is for bar chart, we don't need so much of stack or anything like that. We just have to play with things. Second is group data. Group data is very important. This is the main actual data that goes in. So first is that X and Y. These are what should be printed on the X and Y axis, right? So if you remove this 2Y, it will fail because it seems like 2Y is required here. And for X bar chart, X is required. X and Y are required for bar chart, right? And here color is touched. We are not going with each touched, so it will directly go to bar color. Okay, and the width, what is the default width? This is the default width, and we are passing the width as 22, but yeah, what happens is 36. It will go something like this, and as we start going larger, right, I think it will spoil our game now. So what we can do is make group data, right? Depending on how many we have, right? How many bar needs to come up. Based on this, we can put this width so that it looks good. Okay, that is correct. And then show raw data. As of now, we don't need this also. We are just keeping it simple for now. Okay, water side. Do we need this? No change. Let's bring it to the minimum as possible. Okay, so this is what is making it. So this is the X, this is the Y, so it's like 7, right? So what we can do is here we can do okay, we won't have access to data here, right? So here on the main chart data, what if we send our size? Here we have a required size, right? This will fix the error on the top. So now we have access to the size here, right? So what if we pass this size? We don't need all of this as of now. This one showing groups, and here we'll do required size. This one. So now what we can do is, if you see make group, right, touched bar color, then the width, right? So what we can do is here put this and not bar color actually. We want the width. So the width can be something like size dot width divided by half of this number, right? Like what is this number here? Lead generator 7, right? That is 3 by 5. 3.5, something like this. Let's see, does it help us? So first is our size, and it needs to be divided into 7 parts, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 10.5, 3.5. It needs to be 10.5 actually. This one, right? Something like this. Yeah, I think this looks good. This is the one, and okay, we don't need so much of like this. Okay, this is, since this was an example, right, that's why it's using, we can directly call this. We'll directly call this, and the loop will be inside it, so it will be passing a list of x and list of y. Okay, and if you see here, the x goes 0 to this one, right? X goes from 0 to 6, and this is the main bar data. So bar task data. So bar task data is mainly of the tooltip thing. Okay, nothing related. Even if you remove this, most of our things should not get impacted. Only the top thing should be going. Okay, this will be coming up, but we don't want to show this, right? That's why we're using this. Okay, we need the bar task data just to show that this should not be appearing. Then comes tiles data, like what you wanted to show on the 4 axis of it, right? That is the x, 2 side of the x and 2 side of the y. Okay, so if you see in the top we added something like this, right? Why did we add this? Because we want to add a reserve size. What happens if you don't add this? So let me show you. If I do show top, so tiles equals to false, right? Now you don't get the reserve size. So if you see, this is it goes out of it, right? Because it does not reserve a size in the top for some things to be written on it. So we'll go with this. Now it will reserve a thing inside it only, like this is the maximum it can go. Then okay, this is for the side, that is one. And bottom is correct. Bottom is, this is the days, right? So show tiles. If you see get tiles, right, how does it get the tiles? So in this get tiles, it will pass all the values of x, y, and whatever it is. Okay, like here we have in the x, we have 0 to 6, right? It will pass 0 to 6, and based on 0 to 6 is trying to just fetch things right from here. Though we don't need that much of thing actually, so we don't need this switch case also. If you see this one, right, it will just pass value and it needs meta, right? So what we can do is directly this, and here in the text we can just do text and find string, and what we'll do is week, and just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, this one. And here we can just do text week of, what is it? It's passing a double, right? What is it? It's called value. Value dot doint, this one, and actually this should solve it. So we don't need all of this also. To comment this and we do style. Yes, this is not, it may throw an error, but we don't need to use so much of thing. We know it will not throw an error, right? For this case, at least for this case. Just making it simple. Then this is the random data, and I don't think we are using it. It's the same thing. So let's remove it, because if we want we can always have from the comment, right? What is refresh state? Who is calling refresh state actually? That I have no idea. We don't need this also. So this is the basic. If you want to create a bar chart, let's go to the basic that is required. First is try to keep it stateful, because if you want anything, like if you want to change the state or something like that, you can run set state, but if you're using provider or something like that, then it doesn't matter. Second is use any widget that you like, column, single list, view, anything. Just know that you need to provide a boundaries to how the bar chart will be. So let me show you what happens if you don't pass. So if I do a bar chart, so let me take out the bar chart. Okay, yeah. The bar chart here and save this. This is the error you'll be getting. So this will need a box constant, okay? Otherwise it will try to go to infinite things. So if you wanted to use bar chart, like I don't know if there are any other ways, but for this way what you can do is just restrict it to a constant. Either using the column, you can expand it so it takes the full width of the column or something like that. But it's better that you fix the size, like how much space you want for each chart to take up, like at least the maximum of that. And if you see, what we did is this one. Let me restart. This is what you need for the minimum basic chart, okay? We'll fill up data, don't worry, we'll fill up data just now. If you go to weekly overview, so we did a container and we'll take up the 50% of the height, so that at least 2 charts can be visible on a single screen. Okay, that is one. And give a width. Width is by default, it will take up all the available width, right? So if you provide, just try to provide a full width so that it looks good. That is one. Okay, then this bar chart will need data. Okay, if you see the bar chart, the requirement is it will need data. So the first thing is data. Okay, so for the data, what you can do, you need to return bar chart data. And bar chart data has 2 type of things. That is first a bar touch data. This is regarding all the tooltip type of things. Okay, and so if you wanted to remove tooltip, right? Let's see. You can disable enable touch system using enabled flag. Enabled false. So by default tooltip does come up, right? No, it will not come up. This is by default. Okay, we'll go through what I did just now. So if you want to create a So when you click on it, by default it brings up a tooltip to show what the data is. Okay, if you click on it, it will show the data, and if you don't want this, just make it enable to false. Now when you click it, you don't get the data. Okay, this is the basic. And then if you want any tooltip, you can use this. Tooltip will go after some time. Okay, then come the tiles data. Tiles data are like four-sided of this. Okay, so you know how axis work, right? X-axis is that left, right, the horizontal, and y-axis is the vertical, right? And there will be two sides of it, right? The left hand side, right hand side, and for the vertical there will be top and down, top and bottom, right? So if you wanted to do anything on that any side of it, right, that is where this tiles data come into play. Okay, this is just FL tiles data, and it will have first parameter as show. If you do show as false, all the tiles should be gone. If you say all the tiles are gone, only the main chart will be shown up. Okay, then comes all the side of it, like whatever you wanted to show on the each side. And this is right tiles, and since this is a bar chart, right, so whatever is on this one, right, the x-axis, the top will also use the same thing. There is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, and for this one, whatever is on this side will also use on the other side. That is the same thing, like it's from a grid like view, right? I think we can show that grid actually. Let me try out. So yeah, this is that grid, right? And let me show you all the side. That is the right side, and here show tiles equals to true. Let's make all of them true so that you can see it. This one, right? You can see every side of it. Here if you see, the numbers are appearing because there is no enough reserve size, right? So what you can do is this is on the right hand side, right? So here you can do reserve size and 64 or something like that. That has this one. So if you wanted a specific size, right, just make sure that you know how big that data can be, so that your size match up, or else it will. If you see, this does not look good, right? This is all like collected together. So based on this, you can also maintain the height and width of this bar, right? You can maintain the width of this, not height. Height is what bar chart gives us. So that is how you can do. And let's make this all false, so that we don't want to see the right hand side, we don't want. Okay, and top also we don't want, but we are adding it. I'll show you why. Bottom we do want, and for the left tiles we don't want. Left tiles we don't want, especially for this. For others we'll want it. Okay, in the top if you see, right, I did add it true, but in the get tiles data I'm just returning an empty thing. Why? Because I wanted to show some data here, so that it don't go out of this box, right? That is that 50% of the height. That's why I added a reserve size here with an empty container, so that this much space will be maintained and the graph will finish up here itself. This is good and bad in the same case. One is it will reduce your height, right? Height that the graph is occupying. This will get reduced. So this is a bad part. The good part is, right, if you add anything here, right, in the top, like if you wanted to show what is the value of this in the top, this will be good actually. So this is a good thing. And you got the tiles data, I guess. This is FL tiles data. Then comes the border data. Make it true. This is the border. If you wanted to see the border, this is a good thing to have. But if you don't want, just make it false. So this chart gives you customization to the fullest. Okay, you can have it. Then this is bar groups. This is the main thing. Okay, bar groups is what will get all the data of it. Okay, this is the main main function that gives you that x and y axis to it. Okay, then come the grid data option. If you want to see this background grid, right, then you can enable this. Now let's go to this one, the bar group. This bar group accepts a list of bar group data. Okay, And if you say this, you should already have an idea what this will need. This will need X and Y. Okay, let's go to subgroup, and if you see here, what this is doing is it's trying to generate 7 of bar chart group data. Okay, this function is bar chart group, so it's trying to generate 7 of them. And if you go there, you can see bar chart group data. What are the data that it can have? First is it can have X, that is this horizontal thing, right? Then this is the horizontal. Now these are called rods. If you see, it's bar rods. Random groups and arrange them in alignment X value, and if you say, where is bar rod? It enters a list of bar chart or data represents a rod or a bar in the bar chart. So for the rod, right, these are the bar rods that are the chart of things. This one, and if you want it double, can we? How will that appear? So to Y, if you add Y plus 5 to all of them, how will this look? Okay, this is like if you want 2 of them to appear side by side, right? This is helpful when you want, like, suppose we have to-dos, right? So to-dos can have like how many you planned and how many were done, right? Then we'll show this type of chart where you can show two of bar graph at the same time, right? So this will need something like it needs to be thinner. So let's just make thinner so that you can see them. So this will have to-dos, right? So you can have data from both of them. Okay, and this is good actually. Will not remove it. I may forget this. This is one, and then comes nothing. That's it. That's the simple way to create. It's a little bit of how things are designed, but once you get the flow right, it has like one second. So once you get the flow right, how things work, then it's simple because it has customization to the fullest. Like whatever you can think of, you can have this. You can change the border radius of all of this and everything. Okay, now how can we use this? So for us, we want to use this chart to wake up time, right? So in the last 7 days, how was your waking up time? And you know, to do this, the x-axis is fine. That is this Monday, Tuesday, 0 to 6 of thing, right? But the y-axis for us, it's a wake up time, right? So and time cannot be what you say. How will you measure time? Like small to big, right? So what we can do is since this is sleeping time, so we'll do the AM, the whatever when it's try to goes to the AM, right? That means it's on the higher side, right? Because we want to sleep in the PM side of it, right? That is from 8 to 12 into sleep something. If you are going beyond that, that is, if you see in the clockwise, that will go under 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And before 12, it's like 21, 22, 23, then it goes to 0. So bar chart cannot work like that, okay? But because it will go 22, 22 is small, 23 will be something. Suppose this is 22, this is 20, okay, this is 22. Suppose this is 9 o'clock, that's 21. This is 10 o'clock, 22. This is 11 o'clock, 23. But this is 24, 0, right? But this should not be here, this should be longer than this also, right? So that is what we need to maintain. So what we can do is so we can change the value. Like in the tooltip, it's not a okay. I think we did not go through the tooltip, right? Yeah, this one. in the bar chart group data itself, if you want to show tooltip, just you can show this tooltip. Show tooltip indicator, and you can do render the group and arrange them using alignment X value, refine the group's value in the x-axis, and the incremental it renders. One second. So tooltips, right? What does it give when you do one? This one, and you don't want to show any of this. We want align this way. So seems like one second. So tooltip, this one. Okay, that is strange. So one thing that we did not get is like, so when you pass this 0, how does it show the data, right? If you do true, this will not come up directly. You need to, no, it does come up. Interesting, actually. It seems like when you do 0, it shows up like the things, right? But if there is 1, what is 1? I have no idea, okay, regarding this. This we need to figure out later, but yeah, this should not be a bigger problem. Let's try to do what our problem is, right? So our main data will be coming like this, right? Like for the last week, list of string and week data. Our data will be something like this. So like, how do we save our wake up time? One second, let's see. Wake up, maybe we have to even change things. Woke up at and set time. Here, if you see, we do formatted time, right? That is 0, 0, and so we are in the AM and PM game here, right? So our data will be coming something like this. So it will be like 11:05 PM, something like this, and we'll have hour, right? So 12:10 AM, 1:15, and this is how our data will be coming actually. So either we need to change this on the server side, Okay, either we need to make it like this one. Either we need to remove this, and if you remove this, then this will not be 12, it will be 0 0 10, right? And this won't be, yeah, this will be correct. Okay, this is how it will work, right? If you remove the period of thing, that is AM and PM is removed, and the problem is both in this case, right? Since we have to now, so no. Actually, this will be simpler of what we do, right? So if we instead of string, right, we send it in a timestamp format, right? So if you send this in timestamp format, what is the benefit that we'll be getting is if you send the data in timestamp format, we can do something like this. So week data, it will come like this, something like this, because this will be in milliseconds since epoch, right? If we do this, then our chart will behave exactly like I don't know, it's called epoch or epoch. I'm not so sure. Okay, I think yeah, that should be a way to go for us. We save this in the date time format, but when we show to the user, we'll of course show it in that 12 o'clock, like that PM AM thing. Like if you see now, let me show you. Okay, let me stop the app. I think this is not the app that is running, so I need to stop it and rerun it once again. So if you see the time now, right, when you click on this and you save it, you get something like this, right? So what we need to do is instead of this, we will be saving in this format for the user, but on the database we'll be sending in a timestamp format, because we want to get this in millisecond, and so that helps us in data, right? So let's first make that change. Let's go to general task. So time picker, update wake up time, general task. And here, wake up time can be of time, date time actually. I know there will be a lot of problems, but yeah, let's see if we can fix that. We do use somewhere on the models that uses this date time format. I think is it on the journals? Yeah, this one. If you see on the journal, right, and from JSON, you do get this time in created it, right? Let's go to repository. Area journal. Journal.time. What does pass to? Format is string. Let's say journal. Give me a second. This one, time now.iso string. Why do we do it in ISO string? That is mine. Why can't we directly pass this as date time? Then we don't even have to parse it, right? What is now? It is time now, and this is here, right? Just pass now. General mode is the time. Because we want to convert it. Okay, I get the point. To send in the ISO string. Okay, and what we can do for this also, then here time is time of the day, right? It will only have hours and minutes. It won't have So what we want to do is like from this you will always be getting the with period am pm time, right? I think there is a way to change it, but suppose like there is no way to change it. So we get the hour, we get the minute. Can we construct a date time? This one, right? Something like this. So this will be 27 and the month is 9, the date is, the time is 17:30. So 7/9.7 17:30. This is how you create a date time, right? 7 of September 2017. Here when you get that time, what we can do is convert back to 24 format. And this time, and here we'll do int hours equals to 0 by default. Final now equals to date time dot now. Return date. Okay. This one. So this will get us in the 24-hour format of and will return the date time thing, right? It's the string, and what we can do is same thing. Dot to as a string, and just will return this. This will be fine, and here convert 12 to 24. Wake up time. Where we can just pass the time. That is correct, and let's go to the model. Let's revert the changes. We'll keep the string. Okay, and go to the view once again. Where is the view? Wake up time view. This one. This is what we want the user to see. As of now, we don't need. And here, general task. And if you go to the repository, when you update wake up time, right? datetime.parse. This is what we'll do. General task dot wake up time. This will be there. That is surety. So now this will go as a date time format, right? So when it comes back, that is the models, right? Here the wake up time. Here we need to do the conversion to make this in the AM or PM thing, right? So the journal into the model. You can use the same thing. Here. convert to that. Let's get the international and this will get the time, right? Since we want to get in the AM PM thing also, so let's see how we can get that. HH, that's 12 o'clock and I think A is the keyword here. A, yeah, A. This is what we want. So this is the time format and wake up time. This, if it's not equals to null, then do this, or else do this. So here we'll do time format. Same thing. This one, right? And just comment out this. Will this throw an error? Let's see. Yes, string is now instant. That is correct, and this is because it's saving as a string in the first place, right? So let me go to my database and I'll just delete this for now. Put this in a timestamp format, and it will cause an issue actually, because we can't keep it as null. Okay, let me do one thing. So here, the repository, we pass this correctly, right? And if you also in the model, it's not equals to this. Let's restart once again. Is empty, right, for now. Let's see. Now if I go here and save it, do I get 12.6 still, and in the database it gets saved as a timestamp actually. And if you wanted to see, you can see. So this now we can get in the millisecond format, right? So what I can do is in the chart thing, since this is saving in let me show you actually. When you do to date, right, this makes from timestamp to date time. Okay, I just want to get one thing. So date time, but now what is it? I want to get the function that is called 2 milliseconds. Milliseconds since epoch, right? This is what I wanted to get. So if you see this, I can just print out this. So the catalog. Import dot developer style. We're running out of time. Restart this, just print out log. Okay, we messed up somewhere. Type int is not type of type of types string. Getting this error. Oh, what has this to do with the class? Give me a second. This one, if you see, you get this, right? And this should be 12.6. So let me show you the Chrome. You can see my Chrome, it seems. Yeah, so milliseconds since epoch to current time. So this one, this is the time to this, and if you see, this is the time, right? 6:36 p.m. your time zone. Yeah, this is my time zone, right? India. That is 12:06. So this is completely working, and this will help us in creating the chart. So why I did this is, now if you go to a chart, right, weekly overview, here we can directly get this, right? So and this can, so this is our time, right? Suppose we have this time, we have this time 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This one, these are the 7 of them. Suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 milliseconds, and just let me change 1 2 numbers. So one is 6,000, 60,000. Let's make this 70, 80, 40, 10, 2000 and 0. Okay, this one. So big data. Now what I can do is in this y, right here, this can be big data of I. The argument type string can be assigned, not big data, it's big. What was the name? This one. The argument type can be assigned to the parameter type double. Okay, seems like it needs to be double, so I can cause a problem. So can it convert this number to double? If an integer number is not precisely represented as double, an approximation is written. Okay, I think this should do a good thing. And 0. We don't need a switch case. Here, and this I will get fine, and this can be I. Okay, and the titles of it, right? That is the tooltip. Let's see how this works out. This is the number. Since the number is all same, right? So it's just showing up like this. So for this bar chart, what we can do is, can we divide the y-axis into 12 divisions? This one, make group data, right? So we need to find a way how we can change this tooltip. like what is the content of it, right? What is the content of tooltip? Okay, I think this we can do tomorrow, and I think it's already time. Oh, yeah. So yeah, what we need to do is here in this tooltip, right? Currently it shows this. I need to learn how this works. And here, instead of showing the number, we need to convert this to show the time. Okay, instead of the number. That is what we need to show. And I think yeah, that should be it, I guess. We'll see if we can do this. If we cannot, then it will be a problem actually. Put information on top of it. Just put in ICC to show. Okay, we'll see this. Okay, I think that should be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next live.